and welcome to the Redmen TV, taken from this week's Liverpool stat show. It's part 2 of an epic two-parter, over 140 minutes. First and foremost, detailing, looking back at all the Premier League winning sides that were great and seeing what Liverpool can steal from those sides, whether it be strength, whether it be a strong spine, whether it be pace, whether it be world-class players. We looked at all of that last week. This week, we are profiling 12 players that Liverpool should be looking at over the summer. We looked at Jonathan Tah, Virgil van Dijk, Sead Kolasinac, Frank Kessie, Jose Jimenez, Jonas Hector, Naby Keita, Ivan Perisic, Timo Werner, Anthony Modeste, Alexandre Lacazette and Julian Brandt. What you're about to look at now and what you're about to watch is our segment on Alexandre Lacazette and why Liverpool should be looking to sign him in the summer. Enjoy.
Olympic Lyonnais, Alexandre Lacazette, 25 years old now, centre forward, 5'9", so maybe not your typical Klopp centre forward. 24 appearances this season, 23 goals and 3 assists. He's definitely a goal scorer. Market value of 34 million. Transfer value, we think of, it's pretty wide range in this, 35 million to 60 million pounds. What are the bids that they've had?
40 million euros. It was between the president for Lyon come out and said we've projected bids from a few different clubs between 40 and 70 million euros. So
obviously he's had 10 caps as well. Look, he's a finisher. This guy is pure and simple. He's a goal scorer.
He is, mate, and he replicates in a lot of ways. We were discussing in the office. He replicates basically what Sturridge did in 13-14. Only he's much more consistent. He's done it for I think it's 3 or 4 seasons now.
Over 20 goals as well, I believe.
Always over 20 goals. Turns it in consistently, and I think it's a shock to me he's not got more caps for France. Obviously they're blessed with talent, but I'm surprised no one's got him for him. He probably is going to move this summer. It's probably the right time for him as a player, but also Lyon need the money apparently. So where he goes is anyone's guess. A lot of people have looked at him, and he's just got everything I think a centre forward needs. He's quick, he's intelligent. He actually makes he actually makes the most chances in the Lyon team, which was shocking for me. He's good at bringing people into play. He's really, really quick. The only thing I think he probably lacks, mainly because of his height, is he's not physical. He's strong, but he's just not big. He can't like really hold players off necessarily. But
yeah, and again, he's good at set pieces. And one of the things that I really like about him is that he is a presser, and it comes naturally to him. I think we know that Firmino is top for sprints and for all these type of stats that it came out in Pilot Cop did a cool graphic on it. I think we talked about it on the podcast actually. Yeah, he has one more of the attributes that I think we need, and that is being a goal scorer and stuff. Now, the one thing that kind of put me off Lacazette earlier on in the season when we were talking about him really early on is that none of the big clubs, as you've mentioned, have come in for him already. But having looked at tape now of him over the last 4 years, my worries are slightly offset now because I think he's proved that he can do it consistently. And I think you're right. I think this is the right time for Alexandre Lacazette to move. 25 years old, probably wants to break into that France national team now as well, so needs to get his name out there a bit more.
He does, and you'd like to think it'd be a club that he'd go to that would make that for him. He had a dip. I think it was, I can't remember if it was last season or the season before, where he kind of broke out in terms of everyone's attention, and then he started the next season quite slowly. By the end of the season, he still had 20 odd goals. So he'll be looking to move, and the French league's maybe not the greatest in terms of competition, but Aubameyang went from there to Dortmund and he obviously did really well. So that's not to say there isn't quality players who play there.
Yeah, I think there's more examples of people coming from France and doing well than there are of like centre forwards coming from Italy and doing well, isn't there? Or Dutch centre forwards a little bit hit and miss and stuff. I think there are more examples over the years of French strikers certainly coming into the Premier League and lighting it up.